Hi, this is Tom Huser with the Huser team. Thanks for watching this is the March edition of the Las Vegas housing market update. So this is going to be off February's information. Obviously, we don't have March's information yet because it's just the middle of March. So just want to give you an update here. Um, you hear a lot of negativity on the news of what's happening in the housing market in Las Vegas. Actually, it's not a negative situation. It's actually a positive situation. But of course, the negative media is going to sell them more clickbait. So we'll get into the details so you can understand the transition that's happening and taking us more to a traditional real estate market. So units sold was just under 2,000. And I am going to just talk about single family on here, single family homes. I'm not going to talk about condos and townhomes just for the sake of time. But all the information is here. And anything that I say for the housing market is going to be similar for the condo and townhouse market. So the transaction count February of 2018 to February of 2019, year over year, did come down about 7.5%. And the median price went up just over 7.5%. So a couple of things of what's happening. Why are we selling less units? Two things. As homes become more expensive, it does push some of the buyers out of the market. Also, it definitely pushes out the investors that come in to flip homes. They try to buy them cheap. And as our median price comes up, investors really like to be buying homes for 150 to 200,000 and selling them somewhere between 2 and 3. So as those homes go away in our market, a lot of the investors have to move on to other markets. So that's why our transaction count will continue to fall a little bit. So new listings, we have about 3,400 more listings that have came on the market, which is about a 7.5% increase, and that's again year over year. And that's put our median price at around $320,000, and that's up about 10%. So units available right now is 7,134. And I do want to be a little more specific on this. So we have just over 10,000, it's right around 10,500 homes on the market, but a lot of them are under contract, like 3,500 homes are under contract. So this does not count the ones that are under contract. These are the ones that a buyer could actually go out and buy today. So that means that inventory has came up with homes available about 95% year over year. So I know that that sounds like a big number, so we'll get into more of this in just a minute. So our effective availability of homes is about 3.6 months. And again, this shows it's up around 111%. So this is what the news is focusing on, is how we have so much inventory coming into the market, but that's not the whole story. So one of the main things I've always focused on in my videos is this monthly amount of inventory. The best number of months of inventory is 6 months to not be a buyer's market and not be a seller's market, to be a traditional market. So even though this inventory has moved up this much, it's good to know that we are still well below that 6 months of inventory. So it's still technically a seller's market, but just moving further out of a seller's market. Okay, now we'll explain this jump in inventory a little bit here. So 100% seems like a lot, but if you look at what we had in 2018, we were literally running on fumes. We had no homes on the market for buyers to buy. So look back here, as if I were to take this back, this is the common homes on the market. We were not even under 4 months, over 4 months here since 2013. So we were just so low on inventory in 2018, 100% increase still gets us to just even, more of a traditional market. It's not an unhealthy amount by any means. So the reason that we are, again, getting this inventory on is because this is the way that it tends to happen every year. If we look back, so this is the beginning of 2019 where these bars are high, and it's right after this line each time. You can see we always start off January, February with a higher amount of inventory. And then as the months go on, the spring and summer buying season, that inventory tends to come down, just kind of big picture. So of course, with more homes on the market, and let me tell you why this was happening. because we had so many buyers moving in from out of state, that's where the housing inventory was going. However, the other thing is we were just not getting any inventory on the market because people that owned a home were afraid to put it on the market and sell it because they could not go and buy their dream home after. They knew it would be a multiple offer situation. Their house would be sold and they wouldn't be able to buy another one. So quite frankly, they just got frozen in the market. And now that this other inventory has came on, they're starting to see their dream home that they can actually go and buy. So now they're starting to list their home, and the cycle is beginning again as we get back to more of a traditional market when people look for that dream home to move to. So now let's go to the days on market. So we are definitely seeing the days on market pick up a little bit, but still almost 50% of homes are still selling within the first 30 days. Before a year ago, that was 63% of homes. And I mean, that's still a big 0 to 30 days. The truth is last year, 70% of homes were selling within the first week, and most of them were still selling within the first 2 days with 10 or 15 offers. That is not a traditional market. That market was never sustainable, nor did we want it to be sustainable. So number of closings, we already kind of talked about that, 1966, and that was down because the investors are going out and some buyers can't afford the market anymore. Median housing price has came up about 7.7% year over year. And obviously this is a good thing just to get back to more normal appreciation. So even with our inventory increasing, before we were at such a high appreciation rate every year, like last year and the year before, it was somewhere around 13% that the Las Vegas housing market was going up. That is not sustainable. We never want that to be sustainable. So with this added inventory, it's not going to make home values go down. It's going to slow the amount of appreciation so we can get off that 13% number and get down to a healthier number. I still think 7% is a little aggressive. Throughout history, this is around 3.5 or 3.6%. So we'd like to see some inventory come on so we get closer to a normal appreciation. Everybody wants a stable, great housing market. So then here, the number of new listings, we kind of talked about that earlier, and also about the availability with homes that are obviously not counting homes that have offers. So I also threw in this sheet. This kind of shows too that January and February, this is by transaction here, and this is prices. So what you'll see here is our transactions tend to pick up like March through September, our volume. So that is why the inventory will start to come down because as we get into the spring and summer selling season, there's a lot more buyers that come into the market and we start absorbing that inventory. So it's a very traditional timing for the inventory to be coming up because we're going to get ready for the buying season here to come on. And also you can come down and see the prices a little bit more. 2007 is missing. That was the highest year on record. But now this is just a 10-year chart. So as we move into 2019, that's just too far back now. So it's starting to get bumped off. But yes, we're starting to maintain a really healthy price here in Las Vegas now. Again, which is what pushes the investors out to other markets. So I hope that this has been helpful for you to know. Las Vegas has a great housing market right now. And whether you are thinking about selling or buying, still a great opportunity before interest rates go up later this year. So give us a call here at the Huser team. And if you have any other questions that I did not answer or you would like me to answer, please comment below and I will get that answered for you. Thank you and have a wonderful day.